are a sinner, a bearer of the mark, sentenced to 9,125 days of scout servitude and stripped of your earthly status. You now belong to the All-Father. Transfer to the Blood Moon Penal Colony will commence immediately.
What have we here? New scout. What a pleasant surprise. Welcome to the Red Moon. How do you like your cell, inmate?
Huh? What are you?
My name is Aylin. I'm here to help you settle into your new life on Luna. We don't use Earth names here, so from now on, you'll be going by the designation Fawkes. It's a good name. I chose it myself.
You're a giant head.
And you're a small human who is being inducted into the scout. It's been a while since I had a new scout. Most of mine have got lost, or, well, perished.
Shouldn't be here.
You were gifted the mark of Luna for a reason. Only those who bear those beautiful red eyes are chosen for such important work.
And what happens if I disagree?
You don't want to disagree with the All-Father, Fawkes. But enough of that. You must be very excited to be here.
You just tried to kill me.
Don't be so dramatic. Now, as a scout, your job is to complete assigned whatever we want you to do. The more missions you complete, the faster your sentence is reduced.
Down where?
So there is a spark of curiosity in there. The Abyss is the infinite structure inside of this lunar object you find yourself on. In other words, you're in space. But don't worry. Scouts don't leave their cells when they access the Abyss. Speaking of which, let's...
Selection completed.
Well, out of the frying pan and into the fire, as they say. Let's assign you a warden.
The end only comes you say stop. Time to wake up, little wanderer. It's time to wake up.
Where am I? What happened to my body?
red-eyed servants of the You belong nowhere but here.
Nearly there. Just the borders. That's it. Adjustment here. Level that up there and... There we are. Finally a clear connection. I see the abyss has chosen a fleet warden for you. I take it you must be from a working class background. Oh, and you found a scout rifle too. How resourceful. But enough idle talk. The Old Father has made a request. A rare piece of drift technology has been detected somewhere in the terminal. An excavation tool known as the Shield Breaker. We need you to retrieve it for study. I'm adding its general location into your objective system. Track it down, and the Old Father will reward you.
You are markers, red-eyed servants of the
What the?
Strike carefully, Fawkes. There are adrift nearby. Don't be deceived by those still with a human form. Their souls have been consumed by the scourge that rots this place. All that's left is pure horror. Probably should have warned you about the Mother Eyes network. Oops.
There isn't much salvage left here, you know. All the useful technology was taken a long time ago.
Are you a prisoner?
No. I am a relic of different times. I envy you surface dwellers. These depths grow stifling after a while. I can't recall when I last saw moonlight.
A relic of different times?
We create time where none exists. It has no material meaning, no worth with which to measure. Everything that is exists only as the sum total of what was and what is yet to come. As the snake swallows its own tail, so time swallows itself.
I'm not sure I do.
Nothing in life is irrefutable. Perhaps you will reach a different conclusion. But please tell me, what brings you to these decaying halls?
I'm looking for a piece of technology. Something called a shield breaker.
Ah, I see. So the automated detection system is still in working order. I use an old workshop not far from here. I think what remains of your shield breaker can be found there. Follow the path through this tower and cross the pipes that grow.
Thank you.
Take care, young scout.
in New London. A sinful place, according to the All-Father. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
It's none of your business.
Your transition here was a blessing, really. Anyway, it seems you have a clue from that disconnected about the Shieldbreaker's location. But be mindful, not everyone you meet in the Abyss will be so kind. Fawkes. Your sentence has been reduced by 10 days. Why don't you try the Shieldbreaker out on those blue energy fields? I'll just locate the connection points to bring you back.
Designation Fawkes. Location Canyon District. Investigate immediately.
Fawkes, we'll have to look at disconnecting you later. I've synchronized the origin where that sound is coming from. Looks like that shield. close one. Celebrants are frightful adrift. Rumor has it they were once the aristocracy of the old colony. Now, they're as mindless as the rest. Good job we didn't need that wall to stay put. Still, if it helps you complete your mission, who am I to stop you drastically changing the abyss? By the way, I have a theory about the disruption. Well, more of an idea. Do you want to hear it? It sounds like some kind of signal. A malfunctioning warden emitting a distress beacon, maybe. Or... be something else. This place. I don't remember it being here before. Looks like you're in unexplored territory now, Fawkes. Starting to interfere with my connection. I need you to pick up the pace. If my connection drops, you'll be alone again. So don't blame me if you end up lost in the dark. This signal is too strong for a malfunctioning warden. Something else is going on here.
You're breaking up. Run that by me again? I can't hear you. I'm on my own.
I suppose he sent you to hunt me down, yes?
He?
Ah. I'm Urian, by the way. Nice to meet you.
I came to locate a signal.
It sings to you, does it? How fascinating.
Can't you hear it?
All the time. It drives me mad, actually. I've begun to suspect that I was imagining it. When you've been alone for as long as I have, you become a bit peculiar in the head.
What does it mean?
Everything. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's a lie shaped like a promise. Fool's gold and I'm the fool. Wouldn't that be hilarious? But never mind me. It called to you, and you answered. So it's yours now. It wants to commune with you. You let it, won't you?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Rubbish. How else do you expect to learn anything? Go on! It won't bite you. It would seem that it has chosen you. And just in time. This is a gift for Aiden. Always for Aiden.
As the snake swallows its own tail, we swallow time. Feed, wanderer, feed.
I see you found my gift. You see that adrift over there? Consume its essence. Good. Now we're in business.
to me.
You're growing, evolving into something more. The eye is open. It sees through you now. These little gifts of mine, think of them as aids to fulfilling the prophecy, the promise the bastard tore away from us.
What do you want from me?
Find your way to Greymont, to the cathedral at the heart of the city. There, I'll be waiting, and there you will find answers. Aelin will find answers. Getting out of here might be a challenge, but, well, we've all got to start somewhere. Transcend, Fawkes. I have every faith in you.
There you are. Didn't I warn you about losing my connection? What's happened? You look different. Where's your warden? You're just
Urian. It was so loud.
Urian? You don't sound so good. Let's get you out of there and check you over. There's a disconnection point nearby. You'll need to climb up through Warden's Regret to reach it. I can extract you from there. I'm loading the location into your system now. analysis on your status. I have never experienced anything like this. Whatever happened to you down there, whatever this Urian did to you, He somehow managed to detach your consciousness from your warden form. To cut a long story short, you're a ghost. Or at least a projection. Luckily for you, it's the consciousness itself. Which means actually
Yes, you did! Oh! You're really in for it now! Hey, you're a funny-looking one.
Excuse me?
Begging your pardon, no one's used this lift in a few, and I ain't ever seen anyone looking like you before.
I could say the same about you.
Fair play. Suppose I've been a bit truncated since I lost my twin. I'm Ellie, by the way.
Does this thing still work?
Course it still works. Granted, it's been several centuries since anyone but me used it, but don't you worry. I keep the old girl in tip-top shape. Some days, I ride all the way to the top. And some days I go all the way back down to the bottom. Oh, we do have a grand old time. What you doing down here anyway? You don't look like one of them churchy types.
I'm a scout. And this is my first day, actually. They sent me down here to find a signal and... well... it's a long story.
Oh, right. And what's a scout when it's at home?
You don't know?
I know how to go up and how to go down. Ain't got much call to know anything else. My twin, now he liked to know everyone's comings and goings. Liked to keep up with all the drama, you see. Round about the time everything went pear-shaped down here, he just sort of disappeared. Ain't seen him since.
Oh. Is he looking for you?
Nah, probably not. Nobody lives forever, do they, Fawkes? Be a funny old world if we did. Anyway, off you pop. Got things to do, places to go.
The disconnection point is just around the corner. You've done good work today, inmate. Just a little further now. Should do it. Disconnecting you now. Welcome back, Fawkes. How are you feeling? I suppose it must have been quite a traumatic experience. The good news is, you completed your mission. The bad news is, you lost a warden. That's a penalty of, I'm sure you'll do better next time.
I still feel strange.
Yes, well, your neural signature. The signal inside is now its own entity.
And that means...
You no longer need a warden to protect you from the scourge in the abyss.
I don't think I like the sound of that.
It certainly doesn't seem to have done you any harm. Your vital signs look fine. Better than before, in fact. I doubt many humans would have the mental strength to adapt as quickly as you did. It's quite impressive.
Urian, he mentioned you by name? He said this is for Aelin.
Well, that is unusual. However, not surprising given my research on him so far.
He said something about going to Grey... Grey... Oh, my head.
You need to rest, Fawkes. Leave this Urian to me. We'll talk tomorrow. Time for bed, Fawkes?
Sleep sounds good.
Good morning, Fawkes. Are you feeling better? That's not surprising. In any case, I've been looking into this Urian character. He's quite the proverbial can of snakes.
He said someone was hunting him down.
I should hope so. He's got a rap sheet as long as my neck. Urian Caldecott. Wanted for historic crimes against the old colony. Treason, espionage, theft, reckless endangerment of life. The list goes on. He is to be apprehended at all costs. I've logged a mission request into the system for you.
That eye... It feels like it's in my head.
I don't know what that place was, but I believe Urian lured us there for a reason.
He mentioned something about prophecy.
Yes, well, there might be something to that. The Abyss still has secrets. We don't know much about the original prophecy, the one that drove the church to build the lost colony. But we do know that they believe there was a heart to the Abyss, a place of immense power that would open. It seems Urian is a hangover from a time long lost, a dangerous extremist.
He told me he'd be waiting for me in Greymont.
Greymont. It was the capital of the old colony, the birthplace of the Scourge. A powerful place. I can't help wondering if he's luring you into a trap.
But you're gonna send me there anyway.
Capture request for fugitive Urian Caldecott accepted. Scout 5437, designation Fawkes, to report for duty. Bounty set at 4,000 days. Reduction to sentence.
I was hard on you yesterday. I admit that. But if you do as I say and follow my orders, you have a real chance of making it home one day. Anyway, it's time to go back to the Abyss and get to work. As you don't have a warden anymore, I've had to use an old disconnection point to triangulate a suitable location. Luckily for you, it's exactly where we need to go to open the way to Greymont. Let's go, connecting you to King's Reach. Would you like to connect to the Abyss?
I'm ready.
intended. Welcome to King's Reach, Fawkes. After the scourge erupted, it said the All-Father fought to seal the darkness away once and for all. Both here and back in the old city, stopping the spread of the disease. The train line to Greymont has been sealed shut for hundreds of years. But if you're to follow the All-Father's orders and apprehend Urian, we'll need to find a way to break these seals and open the door. It's the only logical thing to do. I've seen something like this before. A commune in the Weeping Meadows uses one as their sigil. They're a group of disconnected. They like to keep themselves to themselves. It won't be easy to get past their defenses, but they may know what this seal means and how to break it. I'm uploading the Weeping Meadows route to your objective system, Fawkes. The path is an old scout trail, but it won't be easy to navigate. Keep your wits about you.
Oh.
Have we met?
Ah, yes. I'm a ghost now.
Forms are ever in flux, some more than others. We may be many things in one lifetime. Did you find what you were looking for?
The shield breaker? Yeah.
And was it what you expected?
I didn't expect anything. I was just doing as I was told.
Between expectation and reality resides only unhappiness. The world promises infinitely more than it bestows. Perhaps yours is the greater wisdom.
Imprisonment isn't wisdom.
Is that how you perceive your service? But please, don't let me keep you. I've all the time in the world, you see. And you have so very little.
Now here's a sight for sore eyes. And I'd begun to think we were the only scouts left down here. What brings you to sunny old King's Reach, little one?
Have you come from the Weeping Meadows?
I see. Off on holiday, are you? Eh?
You get holiday? I need to speak to HR.
Never mind him. He's just being daft.
Apologies, little one. I suppose you must be out for salvage too. Not that there's much left. Me and Orion here spend our days combing the abyss for odds and ends. Sending technology back to Earth is the official line. Problem is, these machines have been rotting for the better part of 2 centuries, so most of it's useless old shit.
I'm sorry. He doesn't mean to be crude.
Well, time waits for no man. Or spider, eh? Good luck to you on your travels, little one. Maybe we'll cross paths again somewhere.
I see you've met my other scouts.
Everett and Orion? They seem nice. Have you had them long?
They're not pets, Fawkes.
How many scouts are there anyway? Aside from the 3 of us, I mean.
Not as many as there used to be.
Well, you're quite the little prodigy. Oh, really? I'm delighted with your progress. This little gift is going to make your journey all the more satisfying. A spring in your step, you might say, or a boost in your jump. Breathe in that power. Savor it.
Aylin warned me about you.
Oh, dear Aylin. Forgive her, won't you? She's not quite what she used to be. But she'll soon come around. Now, Chop, I'm already tired of waiting for you. Raymond is awfully dull nowadays.
Fawkes. It never fails to impress me with its beauty. Well, what beauty is left? The Scourge has ravaged the landscape down here, despite the All-Father's best efforts. Those in the commune painted their sigil across the meadows to attract survivors. They must know something about its origin. I hope the Scourge didn't get to them too. That would really make your mission difficult. Well, let's be optimistic, Fawkes. To the commune. place the Garden of Luna. It was the agricultural center of the Abyss. At its peak, enough produce was grown here to keep the entire colony fed. Now all those fields are flooded with scourge. The people who lived down here fought bravely, trying to hold back wave after wave of drift. The commune is all that's left of a once thriving community. It's only thanks to the Allfather that anyone survived at all.
Min's going to be cross.
Who's Min?
It doesn't matter. You're interesting. What do you want?
I'm just curious about the sigil on your banner.
Nobody remembers anymore. But I do. I know all kinds of things. The reactor. That's where we find it.
Okay. How can I get to this reactor?
I don't remember. She'll be cross, but maybe Min will let you go look for it.
I'm surprised Min didn't shoot you on sight. Maybe she's grown soft over all these years.
Maybe I made a good first impression.
Well, hasn't yet crushed all the optimism out of you. That's cute. In the absence of a good life, we hope only for a meaningful end. To die well is no great shame.
You shouldn't be here.
I'm sorry?
We have grown complacent. Your ingress is my failure. It has been a long time since anyone found their way here.
You keep yourselves well hidden.
We were the keepers of the scourge, those appointed to contain the spread. You've seen it, haven't you? The rot in the flesh of the world. We were once Luna's last hope. Now, we merely count down the days until our inevitable end.
Can you tell me what the sigil on your banner means?
You ask so many questions. Were you only born yesterday? The All-Father came here not long before the scourge erupted. Told us to go to ground, and left for the old reactor. He went there with a companion, and came back alone. I've taken care of it, he said. And then he left. He looked haunted. The sigil is his gift to us, a ward against the rot, that we may protect those few who remain.
Oh. There's a matching sigil on a sealed door in King's Reach. It must be related.
Perhaps. There is nowhere safe in the abyss that the All-Father did not make safe. What those men did bought us time. But if this is your directive, then it seems our time has run out.
They're not the only ones, you know. I've met others like...
A few lost sheep does not make a flock. I wish them luck of it. If you truly intend to exhume what ought to remain buried, I won't stop you. But nor will I help. Living through it all the first time around was quite enough.
So it was the All-Father who placed the seal on the reactor. I hope you won't object to us breaking it. No. Intercepting Urian is our priority, by any means necessary. He made that perfectly clear. There's an old drift pump not far from here. If Min won't open the security door, then we'll do it ourselves. If we can just find a way out of the commune, we can kick that pump back to life and get the power running again. Let's get to it.
Sometimes, when I meditate deeply, there used to be animals here. They're gone now. I wonder, what could be making those sounds?
Maybe it's the sound of your memories.
Maybe my heart remembers what my head can't. It was beautiful here once.
This ought to speed things up a little. Go on, give it a whirl.
Why are you helping me?
Didn't your mother tell you never to look a gift horse in the mouth? You're welcome, by the way. This is about something much bigger than you, Fawkes. You are a means to a very important end. That's all.
was that?
Whatever it is, we'll deal with it. Let's go, Fawkes. Seems to have done the trick.
What terrible thing have you awakened? My instincts told me you were trouble.
All I did was switch the drift pump on. How was I supposed to know this would happen?
An old friend used to say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Congratulations, you're a winner. Forgive me. Anger won't undo what's done. Tell me one thing. Are we in danger?
I won't let anything harm this commune. I promise.
Wherever does Aelin pluck you all from? Abundant in promises, yet starved for solutions. If I let you pass through, will you cause still more chaos? You understand what's at stake for us here.
My freedom is at stake too. I don't want to be stuck on this moon forever.
I suppose I should know better by now than to expect a straight answer from a scout. Do what you have to. It's out of our hands now, isn't it? Everything has to die. And has just so long to live. A warning before you go. My watchmen have reported a stranger in the vicinity. It should go without saying, but if he...
Something off, huh?
The reactor was sealed for a reason. I assumed it was to keep people out.
I suppose you'll be wanting to get to the old reactor.
How did you know?
Well, there's no other reason to be here, is there? Apart from gawking at all the dead folk. I take it you've already met Min.
You know Min?
Yeah, if they want to sit around all day waiting to... We can have another 100 years in us yet. That's a long time to be miserable.
What are you doing out here anyway?
Failing, mostly. Can't shift those bastard gates for love nor money. Rasta's welded them shut. I'm not as spry as I used to be. Of course, if you was willing to help an old man out...
Guess I'm everyone's errand boy now.
Just beyond here, there's a graveyard for old wardens. Most of them are dead as disco, but the guns on the left... I should warn you though, that place is heaving with a drift.
I'll be fine.
I've no doubt. Think of me stuck in this old tin can when you're off blasting holes in things, won't you?
You were wondering what those disconnected were afraid of. Well, this is it. After the Scourge, the Adrift attacked in their masses. The disconnected could only hold them off for so long. They died fighting. Or, well, their bodies died. Even when their wardens ground to a halt, their human consciousness would have remained trapped inside for a long time.
That's horrifying.
Goliaths were primarily used for construction, but security was a common secondary function.
I'm amazed they weren't running the place. That's a lot of firepower.
Don't get any ideas. I'd hate to have to shock you when you've been doing so well.
That's a good job, well done, lass. Thanks for your help.
I'm a they, not a she.
Begging your pardon, I meant no disrespect. By the way, what's your interest in that old reactor?
It bears the same sigil as the commune. Min says the Allfather gave it to them. I want to know what it means.
That's so. Well, if it's sigils you're into, you'll want to head down to the old drift mines as well. It's been a while, but I remember seeing something like that down there. Worth a punt, eh?
Interesting. Sounds like we have a lead on the second seal. Consider that your next mission. Assuming you get through this in one piece. Tread carefully. It's pretty hazardous up here.
Some garden this is.
Nature and industry don't mix well. Is the same true on Earth? For an intelligent species, you certainly seem invested in repeating your mistakes.
Not all of us are intelligent.
Be careful. I know next to nothing about this place. I have no idea what you might find in there.
That's comforting.
A scout's job is to explore the unknown, and sometimes the unknown is dangerous. That's just how it is.
You think I don't know that?
Kill me, will you? Oh, you nasty little flesh bag! You bone puppet!